slow. Let's get to the bunker so we can wait out the blast.
It looks like it's locked. We can't open it. I don't think we're gonna make it.
Looks like it's the last seconds we're all together. Know that I love you.
The people of our village should prepare themselves. There's a very high probability of a series of nuclear strikes. Stock up on food and water.
Uh-oh.
Did you hear what they said on TV? They say there's going to be a nuclear strike on our village. We should prepare for it.
Even if it's not true, we should still be prepared. Warn the others, and I'll gather supplies.
Okay. First, we need to notify Mikey.
In that case, I'll pack all the food we have.
Wow, that's a lot of military helicopters, followed by a fighter jet. Apparently, the rumors of a nuclear strike are true. No military hardware has ever flown here before. They're flying through our village. But where are they going? Never mind. The important thing now is to be prepared. Here's Mikey. Mikey, did you hear what they said on the news?
What was on the news?
A nuclear bomb is likely to be dropped on our village. We need to prepare for that.
Oh yeah? I don't believe in it, and I don't advise you to. Look at the pool I've built here. We're having a family vacation, and you come join us.
Huh? What vacation, Mikey? Your lives are at stake, and you're swimming in a pool. Didn't you see the military vehicles flying over our village?
So what if they did? It doesn't have to be about the nuclear bomb you said was going to be dropped on our village. It could be a simple drill.
Okay, Mikey. Do whatever you want. I'd rather prepare for the worst than hope for a miracle. I value my life and my family's life more than cold drinks by the pool. Now, I need to stock up on the tools I have at home and start building a dungeon that can withstand a nuclear strike.
Well, build your bunker. Don't let us in the way with your paranoid thoughts. We're out here sunbathing and barbecuing. So if you've already refused to vacation with us, then stay out of our way and stock up on food, water. What else do they do there? Well, prepare for the worst, as you put it.
I'm just shocked at you. All the facts point to the worst that can happen, and you're just sitting there, relaxing in the sun. Oh well, I can't change your mind. I better start building while I still have time. There won't be time after the explosion. Gotta get my tools.
So, did you warn Mikey about the explosion?
He won't even listen to me. He's sitting by the pool with his family, basking in the sun with military helicopters flying over his head and the news talking about a nuclear strike. It's useless to change his mind. I've already got the diamond blocks and the drill. I also brought a shovel just in case the drill broke, but I think it should be enough, especially since I'm only building a bunker, not a whole underground city. I think this place on the edge of the village would be perfect to build my shelter. Diamonds are not lead, but they shouldn't miss radiation. And most importantly, they'll be resistant to a nuclear blast, I'm sure. I even brought a diamond ladder with me, so that it wouldn't break in the blast and we could get out of the bunker and onto the surface. I've got it all planned out, and unfortunately, Mikey is currently swimming in the pool. But that's his problem. He chose poolside barbecue over safety. You can't force him and his family down here, but I hope he comes to his senses and starts thinking about his safety. There's a reason I spent so much time in the mine, so I have a lot of diamond blocks that will be the basis for our shelter because of their durability. I think even if a bomb falls on our shelter, the diamond bunker won't be damaged, but I hope it won't happen because there will be too much radiation on the surface and it will be extremely dangerous to go out into the wasteland. Even though we've stocked up on food and water, we'll have to keep looking for food as our supplies will run out sooner or later. In this case, we have a lot of weapons. I don't know who will be waiting for us outside after a nuclear strike. Maybe some mutants or raiders, people who want to survive like us. I only know that in the world of apocalypse, no one can be trusted because everyone wants to survive, and for the sake of it, people are ready to do the most terrible things. I've already done half of the bunker. All the walls should be made of diamond blocks. Hopefully, the nuke will wait a little while I finish my shelter. As soon as I replace all the walls with diamond blocks and put up the furniture, I'll call the whole family to come and hide here right away. You never know when a bomb will attack our village, so you have to be ready at all times. We'll have to stay here for a while until we're sure it's safe to go to the surface. I think even if Mikey comes to his senses and really starts thinking about his safety, he'll build his shelter out of dirt, not iron. He has his own notions of safety, although if he's a turtle, he might not be afraid of a nuclear explosion. He's a mutant in his own right. But if I were him, I wouldn't test this theory and really secure myself. But he is clearly convinced of his rightness, so I'm not going to change his mind because it would take a very long time, and sooner the explosion will happen than the moment when I can convince him. In the meantime, I had almost completed my shelter. There are only 2 walls left and something to do with the floor, maybe to make it a bit lower so that there is more space here. 1 last wall and floor left, and I'll finally be done with this hideout. There's no panic from the street yet, so I think I can finish it and bring my family here in time to wait out the disaster. If it weren't for this drill, I don't know how long I'd be digging this dungeon with a pickaxe. It's very useful. All that's left now is to make the floor a diamond floor, and we can get furniture and supplies in here. It was good that I still had a supply of diamonds, even enough for the equipment I would have to make to survive in the wasteland. But there may be no explosion? I don't know. Great! The diamond bunker's done. All that's left is to get the furniture in. I need to go back home, take all the stuff with me, and tell my family to pack up and come down here. The hardest part is over. Now take all the necessary things from the house and move them to the bunker. It won't take long, so we will soon move to a new underground house. So I've already finished everything there. Now I'll move the furniture, and you get ready and go to the shelter.
Okay, let's start packing now. We'll also take our things with us so we can move them faster.
In the meantime, I'll go back and put the beds first as the most essential thing in the house. I've also brought a few furnishings with me. Although it is a shelter, the main purpose of which is just to wait out the critical moment in the world, but still should have a decent appearance. Although, even the diamond walls give a luxurious look from the inside. And after the beds, you can put everything you need. Household appliances. This is a refrigerator where we will store our food, chests to put our things, and a laptop. I'm hoping that even after a nuclear blast, we'll still have internet, but I doubt it, so I just took all the stuff I had in the house. In a couple months, when the world turns to ash, I'll be walking around my destroyed house and reminiscing about the old days. I need to arrange everything in my inventory, as every item comes in handy. I think that during the nuclear apocalypse, such things will be extremely valuable. They can be exchanged for local currency, for example, for bottle caps, or what in general in the nuclear wasteland is considered money. So, I've sort of put everything in place that I can. Now, it's time to ask my family what's taking them so long to get together. A nuclear explosion isn't gonna wait for them to pack their stuff. I hope they have a really important reason for sticking around this long. Otherwise, I don't understand why it's taking them so long to get ready. What took you so long? A nuclear explosion could be any time.
We've been gathering all the supplies we need, and they're not scarce. But now we're ready to go to our shelter, so lead the way and show us what you've been saving.
By the way, have you seen Mikey? He seems to have left the place. Maybe he's finally realized the threat is close.
No, we haven't seen him.
All right, let's get over here. And so, the whole family is finally together, and as we felt, the nuclear strike has come after all. But we were well prepared and our shelter protected us, but I dread to imagine what's up there.
We need to go scouting, but you go up there. I'm scared.
I'll go into the wasteland, of course, because we had one protective suit in the house, which will be very useful in our situation.
Yellow in color. Careful! It may attract the attention of bandits who decide to rob the village in times of trouble.
Don't worry about that. I'll just look out of our bunker and climb back in. There's no point in going in there when we've got food and water supplies, and there's probably a lot of radiation up there right now. I'll be right there. Looks like someone tried to open our shelter in an attempt to escape a nuclear strike. Unfortunately, because of the loud explosion, we couldn't hear anything, so we would have loved to help these people. It looks terrible, and there's a fire that can't be put out. We have to go back and stay on the surface until we run out of supplies. There is absolutely nothing left of the village, as well as of our house, which is now on fire. And even if it was not hit by the explosion, it will still burn to the ground because of the fire. We should go back to the shelter and tell the family. We're not going to be able to come in here for a while, that's for sure. And there's nothing here, and there won't be for a long distance. We'll also need to do radiation prevention, since I must have brought some into the shelter because of the open hatch. All in all, the only good thing about the surface is that we were not in the epicenter of the explosion.
That's terrible! I guess we can forget forget about the old house and have to get used to the underground conditions.
That's for sure.